Hey guys, it's Captain Forrest here, and I got some amazing friends on the channel back with another Death Battle prediction. We're going to be talking about, of course, Link from Legend of Zelda and Cloud from Final Fantasy. We're going to pretty much go over some stuff, talk about Link, talk about Cloud, and just give our predictions and thoughts on who we think will take victory in the upcoming Death Battle. So, of course, I got my boy Kurai. Introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Kurai.
I got my boy CDH.
Oh,
I and I got my boy Simple.
as the title implies, Rachel.
Let's do this. Alright, so who wants to go first?
So I will be covering Link. Just gonna give oh, he has the Master Sword, which like they're probably which is like able to like time itself. It's a blade like made from like time itself, which would put like Link's AP to like uni plus to like low multi. Also has another blade with the magic sword, which is like stated to be like as strong as Master Sword. Has like fought like other characters, like people who can like wear the full strike force. You know, uh, goddesses and Zelda created the universe and stuff. He wouldn't have the full power, but he would have a bit of it, like AP. Argue like uni plus to like low multi stuff. Bare minimum. Speed, since swinging the sword itself, you can do like infinite. It's a little too manageable. Um, does have some hacks. Fire rod, which burns people. Has the ice rod, which is like free, self-explanatory. Um, also has like Neru's love. This is like a physical barrier and such. Also has first one, which is like teleportation and can put him in a spot and he teleport there. It has resistances to like curse magic and darkness. He has like a couple other resistances like tank soul attacks. Also has like sealing, all that good stuff. You know, he is a skilled swordsman. He's been trained by like multiple swordsmen. Um, has like his swords. He can upgrade his shield. The Hylian shield can like block multiple attacks. That just about covers Link and stuff.
Okay, so now it's me, Kurai, or Master Kurai. That some may know me not, as. So now we are going to be going over Cloud. So now, first thing is first. What am going to do is I'm just gonna just be debunking the whole 5D scaling for Cloud, because if some may know, Cloud does have some 5D stuff, that he could bring to the table. So basically, debunking the whole 5D stuff, and basically in short terms, is basically they tried to use like a scan that was in a PS1 game for Final Fantasy, and then try applying that same scan to another scan that came from like a 3DS version of the game of another Final Fantasy game, where basically to where one of the scans in the 3DS game basically said infinite worlds, or meaning universes, and basically and then they used the PS1 scan to basically say, okay, so with this scan, using the PS1 scan, that basically like including like them erasing like all timelines and all worlds, that this will also be included. So now basically what I'm just gonna say for that is that's a big fat no, because literally there's no any evidence at all to like suggest like like that these two games took place during around the same time. Then plus two, if it's saying infinite worlds, like infinite worlds, like that's really no quantification of when this world was actually created or the timeline between or like the difference between these worlds. Now, now there is some cases to where you could argue this to where you could argue this, but I would highly recommend not doing it because it is kind of fishy of doing this. So yeah, that's just basically the debunk on the 5D scaling for cloud. So now, another thing is to what we want to go over is just basically his hacks. So like for hacks, like Cloud does have some time manip stuff from basically based off of stones. He is a master swordsman. He's very excellent in midair combat. He has power null. He has power null. He also has like spiritual resistances. He has like all the elemental that he can use. He also has like also barriers as well, so to also reduce damage as well. Size manipulation, mind manipulation, death hacks, BFR, poison, time hacks, time stopping ability, etc., etc. Now, something that's actually very impressive that I actually do want to talk about is his limit break, because with the limit break he can perform like many attacks like Meteoran, Cross Slash, and Omni Slash, which there's 5 different versions of it, which is basically Cloud's like basically like a last resort, or basically when he gets enough power he can perform the limit break attack. He also has summonings as well, which are like which this can like determine to like fodder like summonings, or it can even go up to god summonings itself. And the god summonings themselves are just him like summoning like gods, and like over the years like Link, I mean my bad, I mean Cloud has actually has gained like a lot of god summonings over the years of the Final Fantasy games. So now another thing is too that I actually do want to talk about is actually where Cloud actually scales. Now, as I did say that we did debunk the whole 5D Cloud, but now for his other stuff that he does have some solar system stuff, which is from Sithroth, which is basically and the Omni Slash basically ending Sithroth, but that's on the original game. That's not like the updated or like all these remakes or different Final Fantasy games to where like he scales to. He does have some galaxy level stuff, which Train blows with Lionheart, which was able to destroy the entire galaxy. He does have some universal to possibly he does have some universal stuff to basically going back to the whole debunking. So basically going back to the whole debunking of the whole of the whole 5D stuff. Now we're gonna take a look at both games, like, but we're not gonna use this as scaling to 5D. So basically, for the Universal Plus stuff, if we want to go based off of the PlayStation 1 game, we can go off of them basically saying erasing time, and them basically like erasing worlds or timelines, and basically we can scale that to Uni Plus. We can easily scale that to Uni Plus because that's just basically saying like their own universe and other universes that exist also within the whole Final Fantasy era. Now for the other for like 3DS version, even though that it doesn't say that they're destroying like the infinite worlds, or like infinite worlds meaning like infinite amount of universes, but still, there's still that scaling that's still put on the table. Now there are also some like low multi stuff that I really do want to talk about. Now for the low multi stuff, which comes from cloud scaling, basically him scaling to like other characters as well. The low multi stuff just basically comes from again Sithroth and other characters, basically doing attacks like these, but just basically just on like a lesser end. Now, for another thing I do want to talk about is for hacks. For hacks, you can not hacks, my bad. For like speed, for speed, you can easily get Cloud to like FTL speeds, the easily faster than light, and possibly infinite speeds to even immeasurable speeds just based off the games. Like infinite speed is basically just being faster than teleporters. Massively faster than light, like being way faster than Sithroth and scaling above him. And then the whole immeasurable stuff just comes from the scaling if you do want to use the higher up scaling like multiversal. If you want to use that, then that automatically grant him to have the whole immeasurable speed. Now, one more thing that I really do want to talk about for Cloud is basically of like which version that Death Battle is going to use, because there are two different versions. So now what I was talking about was like the first one, which was something that's completely different from the other Cloud, which comes from the other Final Fantasy games, because again, like I said before about the infinite timelines, that there are different versions of him. Now, the other version of Cloud that I do want to talk about basically does have the same amount of hacks as the other Cloud does, but something that actually gets added onto that Cloud is abstract existence, having that hacks, and also having existence erasure as well, which is like very big in this in this fight. And then also this Cloud as well also has like low multi stuff as well. Basically just destroying or and erasing 14 universes, and which contains like 6 heavens and 7 hells. So there is that as well. Noble attack and also some attacks that Cloud also has is just it's just basically, like I said, the Omni Slash and like normal hacks with all the elemental attacks as well. So yeah, that basically sums up everything from Cloud, and yeah, that's basically what I want to say.
Okay. So, Simple, would you like to go next?
Yeah. Okay, so um I want to add another thing to like what Kira was talking about. Like um we don't know exactly like the versions that they're gonna use. So like for me, this match, it depends on like different versions that you use. Like if you use like weaker versions of Link, Link's gonna lose. If you use like weaker versions of Cloud, he's gonna lose. Um so it's really like weird. Like for example, like Breath of the Wild is not the same as Link to the Past. And it really depends on some of these links when it comes to feats, because like some of them just have all the way up to like planet feat, like the Breath of the Wild one, or like multi-continental, and all the way up to like star. And then there's a link that battled Ganon when he had the power of the Triforce, like the full Triforce, which was created by the goddess that literally by accident created millions and millions of universes. So, um, really depends on the version. Uh, Link does have other like versions of him, like Majora's Mask, or like Universal, Low Multi, up to those tiers. So for me, it would really like depend on the version that they're using. Uh, so it's like this match is really interesting. Like I do like that they're doing this match again. Um, I would side Link because he has like some of the, like just like having like more powerful like varieties that he has like in his like different versions of himself. But it could like go either way depending on which you really decide to like use. So yeah, that's my thoughts on like this like matchup.
Okay, so I'll go next. Yeah, pretty much what Simple said. Yeah, we are not sure what Death Battle are gonna go with. We're not sure if they're gonna do composite. We're not sure if they're gonna use a specific version, like, you know, if they're gonna use like Twilight Princess Link, or, you know, Skyward Sword X, Y, and Z, because it would just vary in AP, speed, feats, and hexes. But if they do composite, it'd be a lot more interesting, a lot more closer, because then it literally comes down to, you know, who has resistances in terms of hexes, who has the hack potency, you know, AP and speed, all accounts. I think it's pretty close if they do use composite. I know Link like has a bunch of stuff. I'm going off like the top of the head, because I used to like play a lot of like Legend of Zelda. Link does have some like resistances, like he has like resistance like existence erasure when like an island was erased from existence. I know he has of course his sword, you know, sword of evil's bane, which like completely negs evil, destroys it, which is like he uses it against Ganon and it negs Ganon a lot. As CDH mentioned, like Link just has like a massive catalog of items in his disposal. He has his arrows, his magic arrows, like his light arrow, his ice arrow, his fire arrows. He's got tons. He's got his hook shot. He's got his bombs, of course. He's got his boomerang. He also has like magic, like Naira's love with the barrier. Link just has so much, especially his shields. Like his Hylian shield is virtually pretty much indestructible. That thing can eat attacks from like very powerful characters. He does have his other shields too, like the light shield, where it reflects light back. It's also been shown like Link is able, when he fights Ganon, he's able to like reflect. He has like attack reflection with the sword, so he can reflect back like magic attacks. Like when Ganondorf was like in this boss fight, I think it was in Ocarina of Time, where like there's like that volleyball like session you could like do with him when he starts throwing like magic. Link can just reflect that, so he does have some attack reflection. He does have some fate manipulation too. I'm not 100% sure if it's like battle applicable or combat applicable, but he has shown to like use fate in certain situations. And of course, Link does have his like fairy as well, so like the bottle, which does like resurrect him back if he does die. Link just has a ton of stuff, especially like items. So yeah, like overall, I think it's like really close. It literally just comes down to who has the AP, especially in the hacks department. I low-key want to lean more over to Link, but I do see Cloud taking victory. So it's literally, it just comes down to, you know, as I mentioned, stats and gear and resistances. So that's just my thoughts overall. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, these three great friends on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the prediction video, and I'll see you on the next one.